Action!
Oh, it's like falling into a rose bush, and yeah, the thorns hurt when you hit them. But you just found this beautiful rose bush.
I'm not really out to make a statement against Hollywood. I'm just doing my thing.
So if I could do this full time, it'd be great. I work at a frozen yogurt shop right now.
I was a very weird kid growing up. It's not that I didn't have friends, I just didn't have a lot of friends. I kind of kept to myself, I kind of did my own thing. I was very, not so much antisocial, I just didn't like being around people.
He's good with people, he's really... I couldn't stand talking to people that much because I'm not a people person.
One thing we were talking about is some of the junk around here would actually look good because this is like kind of like semi-post-apocalyptic.
I want to junk it up even more.
Yeah, that's what we were communicating about. Like some of this junk.
I don't know.
Awesome.
Why'd you guys junk it up more?
Junk it up.
Most people are junky.
While me and Corey have a co-working relationship, in some ways, he is still a more of a mentor. You know, there's a trade-off. He learns a lot, or I learn a lot about film and how it works, and he's learning how to not constantly break computers.
Corey has to try and balance, like, you know, time, crew, and everything that we're doing, showing the actors what to do. I think he does pretty decent job balancing that, actually.
When I was about 13, I made my first movie, which was a Star Wars fan film, and it's pretty laughable, but we did it. It was me and my siblings, and we got together in our backyard, and my mom did the video camera, and you know, we made like a 20-minute Star Wars fan film, and it's hilarious.
Yes. Here's your pay.
What Corey can't do, and he knows it, and everyone knows it, is write dialogue. I've seen Corey try to do it, and again, that's where I don't like to toot my own horn, but I think I do, at least compared to Corey, superior dialogue.
One of the things he wrote for like a gangster script of like this British character like punch people in the pie. What is that slang for face? I don't know.
I mean, I've done two there. It's apparently Brent Gorsek is directing, Ryan Gregory's AD. I saw myself as a makeup artist that was trying to get into filmmaking, and I got into the filmmaking, and I just fell in love with the filmmaking process. I guess I don't have any. So I like starting on the body, and then I started trying to make connections with people so that I could see, you know, what's out there potentially to meet with people and network and see about making films locally. I know I bought my first camera, was just like a little handy cam, and then we shot a lot of stuff on that.
Hey, have you guys tried that new zombie energy drink?
You mean Zombie Aid? Yes.
What's it taste like?
It tastes great. It's awesome.
Oh man, I want to try some.
And then we quickly realized, oh, this isn't going to cut it. This isn't the quality that we want, so we bought a better camera. Shot on that for a while. It was just constantly advancing. And we're still doing that. It's the same thing. It's just a constantly advancing process to push things as far as we can. So we wrote Zombie Epidemic, which was a mockumentary comedy, and I want to do something kind of like Spinal Tap, something like District 9, even though I have never seen District 9.
Zombie survival is very important in today's world. I cannot stress enough how much everyone needs to be educated on how to survive.
I wanted to do a zombie film, but I wanted to do something that was kind of different. And I wanted to do something that was kind of a satire on just a lot of things that, just things you see in everyday society. I wanted to kind of make fun of
People don't know the stages of the zombie
politics. I wanted to make fun of corporate America. I wanted to make fun of Walmart. I wanted to make fun of groups like PETA. I just wanted to kind of poke fun at things in a medium that I felt I could get away with it.
Zombies are everywhere. Any of us can unsuspectfully fall prey to these flesh-hungry beings.
Oh my god! You've gotta be kidding me.
Wouldn't you like to know how to deal with the undead so this doesn't happen again?
Yeah.
I was going to school for psychology because my thought was always, filmmaking isn't practical. Filmmaking isn't going to pay the bills. it's kind of like one of those things like being an astronaut. It's like, oh yeah, sure, you want to go to the moon? Good luck, buddy. Have fun walking in space.
Walk with me here, come on. Got a lot going on here. Gotta keep up, keep up, keep up. We're here on the new set of my new movie, Dawn of the Dead, not to be confused with Dawn of the Dead. It's Dawn, D-O-N, all right?
Sock or no sock?
Sock. Quit bothering me, I'm on an interview.
Somewhere along the line, I was going to school and making my film, and I lost interest in going to school, and I said, well, I finished the semester with in psychology, and I was still making Zombie Epidemic, and I said, I finished that semester, and then I just didn't sign up the next semester. I said, I'm just going to focus on my film. I just want to get this movie done, and we'll see where that takes me.
We'll sign my name again. Broken. There's 50 more in the damn van. Get the fuck out of here. This guy's fired. Get a Mexican over here. Come on.
Through that project, we met some people who had more experience than what I was used to working with. And it was through those people that I learned a great deal about things that I hadn't known. Some people that had gone to film school, some people that had a lot more on-set experience. And for somebody like myself who had zero film experience, some people, these were people that had gone to film school. It really opened my eyes to how things work.
They wanted me to have you sign this again.
Don't worry, don't be nervous. You're pretty, you won't be fired.
Thanks.
Tales of Fear is styled after the EC Comics of the 1950s.
At the bare minimum, it was an experiment. I mean, it was Corey's first real feature, my first real feature, even though I came in about halfway through.
6 short stories, 6 different characters, and the neat thing about Tales of Fear is that all the characters interact with each other in other stories. So as opposed to some short stories where you tell a story and that's it, you tell the next story, you get to see the other characters in other stories. So it all kind of flows a little more interestingly.
And the first night I met him, it was freezing cold in the fall, out in the Alton Cemetery. I got a text from Corey. He said, hey, we're going to be out here. I want to come out and help. So I got out there, and we were there till like 3 in the morning, shivering, laying in some mausoleum for the shot, and it was exciting.
During production of Fear, I found out I was going to have my first child, so things got a little bit tricky with shooting of that because I didn't know how I was going to. I honestly didn't know if we were going to finish the movie. I didn't know where my priorities were going to lie as far as finances, where my money was going to go. In my desperation to keep the film funded, I sent out a text to everybody film-related that I knew saying, hey, we're doing this movie. We're looking for people to help financially. Anybody that wants to help financially, we'll sit down and we'll sign an agreement. You'll get your percentage, blah, blah, blah. And Billy was the only person that responded.
You might notice that all of our scripts are printed on the back of recycled Pathfinder rulebooks, so that's fun. Maybe you'll find some fun information like 50% of sparse forests are typical trees. I was just doing what I could to make it as good as I can, and it's weird. It's almost like adopting a project because I didn't have, I didn't come up with the concept. I didn't say, hey Corey, let's do a 6-part horror anthology. It was, hey Billy, I'm doing a 6-part horror anthology. You want to come in right in the middle of it and help me out?
I guess my thought at the time was, someday my son's going to have similar aspirations, and he's going to come to me, or he may not, but if he comes to me and says, Daddy, what did you want to be when you grow up? And I said, well, I wanted to make movies, and then if he asked me, well, why aren't you doing that? It's like, well, you were born. I didn't feel like that would be a very good response.
I've got one thing to say.
My documentary, Contamination, a Convention Story, I actually dedicated to my son because that was the first film that I completed after he was born. Because, like I said, when I was doing Fear, I didn't know if I was going to be able to keep making movies. I really thought that I was gonna quit because of all the stuff that was going on, but I did the documentary and I knew that I was going to be able to keep doing it.
Only after they stopped asking did I actually have an answer. We're working on it.
I don't have like a specific goal. It's just constantly progressing my skills and moving forward and seeing where it takes me.
At the moment, it's pretty much just getting our stuff out there, getting our name out there, just showing what we can do differently, and especially with our tiny no budget.
God, I would love to have millions of dollars to throw at a movie, but with that money comes the responsibility of having to please where that money came from.
Can you comprehend the gravity of this trial?
Mr. Trammell?
It's just about continually making something, whatever it is. I mean, when I look back at where I was before I made Zombie Epidemic, I didn't necessarily think I would be where I am today. So I try to always say, I didn't think I would be here a year ago, and so who knows where I'll be a year from today.
A director doesn't make a movie for himself. No one's ever said, God, I really want to see this movie. I'll go make it for myself. You're doing it for the audience. You're doing it for their emotional reaction. It's a labor of love, and it's a gift.
Even if I get stuck in a job I don't like, I'm still gonna be doing the filmmaking when I'm 40 because that's what I want to do. I'm gonna stick with it because that's what I want to pursue. I guess that's what state of mind means.